So this one's a different category for decentralized marketplaces, and it's called a Verso.
Okay. Yeah, we've talked a little bit about it in the past, right?
We have.
Great project. They are doing very well.
They're the first and only decentralized marketplace built on Avalanche, connecting a DeFi, okay, the blockchain crypto world, to regulated finance, to regulated, traditional companies. So look, they're not the ones offering the products, but they're the ones connecting the insurance providers to the apps, to us consumers.
So they enable this huge industry to serve the other 90% of the world that they are not serving.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Look, if you're only in DeFi crypto, you're like this, right? Relative to this small little tiny bubble we're in,
it's a bubble.
The traditional insurance world, the finance world is like absolutely huge. So if you have a bridge that can connect that,
there's another thing. I like that you talk about the bubble. We only think in crypto terms, right? DeFi terms. But what about all the events that happen in the real world that the blockchain doesn't know about, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think the best way is going through examples because, again, the use cases are so vast. But micro insurance, this one would be more easily understandable. So like you were saying, okay, imagine you want to get flight delay insurance, baggage insurance. Yeah, even something like weather insurance, which sounds odd, but definitely could be useful if you're on vacation.
But it's weather, right? It messes with people's lives. It destroys sometimes things, right? And if you only have insurance that it covers DeFi events, well, what about the rest, the other 99.9% of the world that happens, right? And that affects your life and that you can do nothing about it with DeFi until now. So these guys are bridging the awesome DeFi financial and insurance tools in this case into the real events of the world.
Yeah, and there's research saying that there's actually more than 2.9 billion consumers already in Asia. Not the entire world, just Asia, already using these micro insurance products.
They have a partnership, right?
They do. We'll get into that later too to show you their traction.
Okay.
But I was just looking through just statistics and facts. The global insurance premiums is over 5 trillion US dollars. Global insurance penetration, as a study says, it's only 7.3%, and that's because of what you were saying earlier. It's too costly, not possible.
It's not possible. Yeah, they're monsters, right? And when monsters move, monster companies, they're expensive. They have thousands or tens of thousands of people. Even just training the marketing teams to be able to sell a product, it takes millions of dollars. So it wouldn't be affordable to insure something like a
But
pen.
now it's possible, right? With like Verso, with blockchain-based service providers.
Yeah.
This penetration could become double digits.
Yeah.
That could translate to billions of dollars easily. Into DeFi.
Yeah. Anything? Oh, partnerships before we jump into the third one.
Yeah, so here's the thing is they do have, you can go on their website blog, they have a partnership with Igloo. So this is a traditional insurance provider already serving Southeast Asia region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, precisely. A lot of people, but not a lot of income in some of these places. So it's just a win-win situation for everyone. And you know what? It falls with with Avalanche. They're inclusive. They're just bringing a lot of people that have been, not seen, right, or not taken care of by huge industries.
Yeah. So I do want to give one more example. Okay, they have another partnership with Dash, right? The Dash crypto. So they have Dash has an app for merchants and consumers where you can pay in Dash app.
Yeah.
So what they're doing with this partnership is directly within the Dash app, you as a consumer will be able to buy, for example, like flight delay or like baggage insurance directly with the crypto too, which is a great thing. So imagine you can pay directly in crypto. Verso does all the back-end conversion so that the insurance provider in the traditional world gets it in US dollars or fiat.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a button, right? A button, like, do you want to insure? Yes, no, boop, that's it. Everything else, all the linkage to the insurance company and the payment will be done by Verso.